Good.
All right, so just got Loretta in this morning talking. I think we're week 7 now. Week 7? Week 7. Talking this week, looking at Bring a Friend Week, which is a good one because it's interesting having, if you've tuned into the 100 Club in the last few weeks, a lot of them have spoken about that whole referral game. So it's a good week this week. And last week we were talking Instagram, so just chatting here with Loretta now. So Loretta, we'll sort of chat about last week a little bit. You're on Instagram?
Yes, I am.
And did you try and do anything different on Instagram, or were you able to, implement anything from last week? Or
I'm finding for me, I tend to do longer written posts on Instagram. I find that they don't necessarily go. It just doesn't flow over as well on Facebook. I don't get the same traction, but I tend to do longer. Written posts with a picture and then maybe linking to my blog or something like that. And I'm finding they go quite well.
Yep.
So
are you able to use that strategy of messaging people to get people into your funnel, your system? I
haven't done that yet. That's probably my next step.
Your website, is it linking to your website or is it linking to your giveaway?
It's linking to my giveaway.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's the first
and
step.
Sometimes it links to the giveaway, and then I switch it, and for a couple of days I might put in the blog post, and then I go back to linking to the giveaway.
Yeah, you can change it where it's like, check out my latest blog, below with the little arrows sort of thing. And so you can do that as well. That's not a bad option. But the big one is, the really big one is doing that, like, hey, thanks for the follow. Just easiest way is just like getting your clipboard on your phone. I don't know what type of phone you've got, but like you can save I've got a Samsung. I don't know. You're probably an Apple person.
I'm an Apple, but
but you can save you save it in your notes or something then?
Yes. Yeah.
So save it in your notes. It's just like a simple, hey, leave the name blank. Thanks for the follow. Are you located in this area and interested in fitness? I would just do something like simple qualifiers, and then anyone who follows you, like if you're not outwardly trying to grow it yourself, which is fine, but you're still growing by a few people here and there, which is good, which is fine if you're not really doing anything. That way you go, okay, cool. Well, I know I grew by 5 people today or whatever it might be, right? Organically. Send those 5 people that message, Or if you've got time, go through your list and go, well, I don't know this person. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. Just send those guys messages. Start there.
Yeah.
And, because I don't know how many followers you've got, but there's probably people you don't know that are on there that are following you. So you might as well just hit them up with a message. Hey, how's it going? Just touching base. By the way, would you, are you in this area, interested in fitness, sort of thing?
Yeah. Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
How's it going, Stuart?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Just chatting Loretta about last week, Instagram. Anything you wanted to touch base on from last week? Are you on Instagram yourself, or?
Yes.
Yep. Anything from last week you wanted to touch base on?
No, not really. I'm not really using Instagram probably to its full potential. But I do have an account on there.
Okay. Have you got a giveaway and all that sort of stuff set up in general, like a lead magnet?
I don't actually have any yet. I'm working on a couple.
Nice.
In the past I've just sort of had a link to my trial week or whatever on there. But,
Okay, that works as well. That's sort of that. It's the same philosophy as the like a direct sale, the 3 different Facebook ads, the giveaway, the sale, and the free trial. Like the free trial, people aren't really going to go through unless there's someone interested. Big thing is just making sure you're able to capitalize on those details. And then standard thing, putting that link in the bio and all that sort of stuff. And I was just saying to Loretta, same sort of thing. Like if you're getting any followers on there that you don't know, or if you're not really outwardly trying to grow it by spending time growing it, for a minimum, just do that copy paste message strategy for either anyone new or anyone on there who you don't know. Just a way to start the conversations and get them into your groups or potentially get them down there.
Yep.
All right. All right. And this week we're chatting about Bring a Friend Week. So I was saying to Loretta, it's sort of a really important one, because when we've spoken to a lot of the 100 Club people, a lot of them just spoke about the idea of the referrals being some of their biggest spinners, like their biggest way to get people in, which is interesting because I was chatting with John about this. I wonder whether it's because some of these people are from more smaller communities as opposed to like a larger community. So I've got Jake, who was supposed to be on a few weeks ago. He's from like a more city-based community. So it'll be interesting when we get him rebooked in, whether he's got the same sort of experience. So it's an interesting thing, because maybe being city-based, because I know Bring a Friend Week worked for us and it worked well, but I wouldn't say it was the main way we grew, if that makes sense. Whereas when we've chatted to some of these 100 Club guys, most of them, the main growth strategy has been like that referral. So, but a lot of them have been not city-based. So I'm curious to see whether that plays a part in it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit comforted to hear that, if anything, because I was like, oh my God, I struggle with the Refer a Friend Week, to be honest. I just find I don't get traction with it. And maybe one might talk to someone about it and I get a few verbal indications that, oh yeah, I'll think about coming on, but it doesn't translate to people actually turning up.
So we'll chat about some of those strategies to try and get people in there. That's what today's about. But that's interesting. So you've sort of tried to do it, but never really been able to get it happening.
No.
How about yourself, Stu? You ran one last week, didn't you, or the week before?
Yeah, I just had my Bring a Friend Week / Open Week.
How'd you go?
Got one person come. I have 7 in the challenge.
That's good.
I had one person come from the Bring a Friend, and she's someone who actually has already been off and on at the boot camp, so it wasn't a new person. And I just found the same thing. It was very much like they were telling me that their friends were saying the same sort of thing that you hear when you call people. Oh yeah, I'll come down, and but they don't, or I'll think about it, but they don't. I found that, and I probably could have pushed it a little bit better. I mentioned it a few more times and things, but yeah, I didn't find I got much out of that. But I got a few through the Open Week ad.
Okay. And how was the Open Week done? Was that did you do that through the ad? Is that what you did on your ad?
Through the Facebook ad. I got 21 leads. I'm pretty sure 8. I think it was 8 came along out of the 21.
Nice.
And 3 signed.
Beautiful. So, excellent result. So 21 leads. You know what you spend on that? Just curiously.
It was about $240.
So $240 for 3 people to sign up.
For 3 people.
You're laughing.
Yeah, I based it on trying to be about the amount I'd get out of one person signing up. So
yeah,
beautiful. So you made your money back 2 times over. Plus, ideally with the retention strategies over on, then beautiful. That's a success. That one.
Yep.
Nice work.
Yep.
So we'll Bring a Friend. Did you do an email out and stuff as well for the Open Week for like anyone on your list sort of thing? And
I did. Yeah.
Anything come through from that?
Actually, sorry, that was so there was 20 leads off Facebook because one of them was from the email. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
only one. But still, that's one. She didn't sign, but she came along. So
that's the thing. Like the thing is, these strategies are like the Open Week strategy is a bit of the long game. Because the idea is if you can keep in touch with that person through, whether it be the bot, whether it be your group, whether it be the emails, maybe they weren't ready, today, but down the track, that's when they're ready to roll.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So
I had that feeling from a couple of them that not just yet, but they might be ready sometime. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is now's you're sort of in that awkward time of like, it is at the end of winter, like now. So it is getting a bit better, but you'll find come next round through, that's when you're going to start to really be able to boost all these sort of things. And that was why doing it through this time period here, this is the hardest it's going to be. Like what you guys have just gone through is the hardest it'll be for you for the year. It doesn't get harder than this time of year for trainers who are outdoor business trainers. Like, it does not get harder.
Pretty bloody happy about that because I got a lot of leads and I was pretty happy with the numbers growing the way they have.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't get harder than this because what happens is you'll get into that spring period, weather gets a bit better. People start thinking about, summertime. As silly as it sounds, like for a lot of us, where you're like, I'm working my summer body or whatever it is. That's what general population is thinking, right? They go, it's summer. I want to get a bit fitter, get moving. These sort of things are motivations for people, and unfortunately, winter's not the great motivation for people to go out and get in shape. Unfortunately, but it will get easier throughout the rest of the year for you, which is why, so ours was kicked off. The first one was in a winter period, and the reason it is good is because you get to get some of the kinks out as well. So you get to figure out what works, what's this, what's there, so you can start by the time summer or by the time spring and summer rolls around, you sort of got a rhythm going already. It's not your first rodeo, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So bring a friend week. So have you done anything like that, Loretta, in the past, to bring a friend or anything? Or
yeah, but it's been. I probably like Stuart. If I reflect on it, I did not push it enough verbally in sessions. Maybe mentioned it in email newsletters, but it was a little bit light on, and it just didn't translate into much of anything. But I haven't run any ads around it, so clearly that's the go. So,
well, the ad would be the open week ad. So the ads for open week, come in for a 7-day trial or whatever it might be.
Yeah, but you run that at the same time, don't you? So
exactly.
You bring a friend. Open week is the So
So when you're running, go on, Stu.
I added them to my VIP group at the same time, so it was like that they were a challenger for that week.
Interesting.
I did that so that it's a bit like when you get a free trial for, I don't know, some software on the internet. You get full access for your period.
Did you run anything on your VIP that week, just curiously?
I got them to do the get to know you game, but I didn't run any challenge.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I did point out the ebooks and everything that were on there, and have a look through some of the articles that I've got on there, the nutrition articles and stuff.
That's a good idea.
And and that way they sort of know that's what is included without me having to say what it is, and then they know what they're sort of losing the next week
when they're out.
That's I like that approach. It's not something we did that way, but I like it because you're right. Like running that good get to know you sort of challenge, that sort of week works really well as well, especially if you've got like a couple of variations of it. That's a good idea.
I didn't get all the existing people to do that. I pinned theirs up to the top of the page, and then I just said to the others, here's the examples of the other people.
Nice.
Just introduce yourself the same way, and it got all the other ones welcoming them in and stuff, so that was good.
Yeah, nice. I like that. That's a really smart idea. So typically when you're running it, did you guys use the priority pass system or anything like that? Have you done that in the past?
Well, that's what I did for this one. This is the first time I've done it. So
okay. And Loretta, have you done anything like that? Okay. So one of the big things you need for the Bring a Friend week is you need to, you can't just have, hey, by the way, guys, bring a friend and then tell a friend. You need to almost have that person operate like an ad for you. So you need to go, hey, what I've got is who's going to bring a friend this week? I've got my priority pass, which is going to be your basically your pre-exercise screener with I wouldn't go the pre-exercise screener straight away, but what I would do is I'll do the name, number, email of the friend. And then that way, then you can touch base with a friend with a phone call. Hey, hey, Loretta, Stuart said you're interested in coming down to boot camp. Just wanted to touch base with you, see what you're up to, see where your fitness is at, see what you're looking to achieve. They chat. All right, great. I'm just going to send you through our pre-exercise screener. So just make sure you check your email, boom, or message, or however you're going to do that, however you've got that stuff set up. Send it through, and then you give them all that information like you would if you're calling a lead. because you're going to give them that information of, like the little bit of goal setting chat. You're going to give them information where to come, what to expect, what to bring, if there's parking, all that sort of stuff. So that way, and also what sessions they're going to be attending. So that first pass, that first sort of questionnaire you want to give them should be name, number, email, and then like the sessions they're attending. And then from there, you have that discussion with them. That way, if they don't come on the Monday when they said they were going to come, you can send them a text message. Hey, Loretta, just touching base. Thought you were coming down Monday. Missed you Monday or whatever it might be. You still in for Wednesday or whatever. That way it's like it's a strategy of just almost treating them like they're a client from the get-go. And that way, because if you just rely on that word of mouth, like, hey guys, it's Bring a Friend Week, don't forget to bring a friend, you're not going to get much out of it. That's what happened to us every time we did it. But then when you start actually having like a physical thing that you're handing out to people, that you can get back off them, and then you can even push it in the regards of, hey guys, are we coming down? Like we need, like bringing a friend. I need to know because we need to have the liability stuff done. Like, so can you please give this to people? And it gives them something to give to people.
Yeah.
So that works a lot better. Like it's a much better strategy. And even like the week and a half beforehand, like having that at every training session. Hey guys. That'll help it along basically.
Mm.
All right.
I had some at Officeworks on a bit.
Yeah, I remember I saw yours. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Like a ticket, which they came up looking really good, but still didn't get everyone in. But anyway, I like. And then on the back they had the name, phone number, email bit, and then on the back they had to tick the boxes for which sessions they were coming to.
Nice.
And then the idea was they cut or rip that end off, and they keep the bit that looks like a ticket, and I get the stub that has their details on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like it definitely helps, like in regards to getting people in, and it's one of those things like you almost need to, you need that buy-in from your clients to want to share it as well. So like, I think if you can sort of build that culture as you're going of like, like maybe first challenge through, people don't think much about it, but when you're where you're at now, you can even like, hey guys, we want to grow this, we want to get more people down, like really, because typically they're going to want to help you. Clients will want to help you if like if they're enjoying themselves and they feel like they're getting what they good value out of what you're doing, which I'm sure they are. So then that's going to help them want to share it with the other people as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I know there's a couple who really did ask a lot of people and just didn't get any buy-in, but it's just about those people being ready. It's just not the time. They're not ready.
But again, like I said, this is the hardest time. Like this sort of time period is the hardest time to get people in to commit to this sort of stuff. It will get better.
On reflection, I handed those tickets out instead of saying, hey, they're here, come and get them if you want your friend. I didn't make it something that they had to come and get.
Yeah. I mean, works both ways though. I'd love to. I don't know how you would do it, but I'd love to sort of come up with a strategy that would be like a text message, sort of, like whether it be like you're in a messenger chat with them. It's like add a friend to the group, or I don't know. It'd be really good if you could get like some kind of digital way that they could share their, share to people.
I did do something like that towards the end, and that's how I got that one person through. I said, if you're bringing it, like the last minute thing, hey guys, if you're bringing a friend, just invite them into the VIP group where they'll have access for the week. And so I did get one that way.
So you could probably do it. Yeah, you can almost do it like that, actually. That's a good idea as well. You could almost go like, hey guys, what you need to do to bring a friend. You can do that whole tag a friend situation. So if they tag them, in a post or in a, so if they get tagged in one of those posts like that, you can then start that conversation with them. And maybe that's where you can then, hey, by the way, if you're keen to come down, that's not a bad way of doing it, is like that tag a friend for training. you're probably going to find you just again, people might be more likely to tag 5 people than actually give 5 people a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's a lower barrier to entry, isn't it? It just makes it easier.
Exactly right. Worst case scenario, you get them into your free group.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Switch them over to the community group and then.
Yeah, exactly. So that's probably not a bad. That's probably also not a bad strategy.
I like that one, Stuart.
That sort of week. Yeah. Nice work. Yeah, because that would work as well, and that way you can sort of an easier, like you said, like that lower barrier, because that, and then you can start having those conversations afterwards anyway, because like, hey, like if you message them to start with, and then you can start having those conversations, give them a call and say, hey, cool, great, just want to send you through your pre-exercise screener, just want to make sure you get everything down, what days you plan to come, same sort of thing. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it as well.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, that's the idea of the Bring a Friend Week. What you really want to do is you want to really generate those leads from your existing clients. Then from there, you want to nurture them. So just like you would if you're getting a lead from an ad, all that call strategy. And then from there, make sure you touch base with them when they're coming. So if they're there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, touch base with them on Monday. How'd you find the session? You enjoy it, everything all right, touch base with them Wednesday, how'd you pull up after Monday, all that sort of stuff. And then come Friday, you have that gentle conversation with them. Hey, look, did you enjoy the week? Great. If you're interested in continuing, we can have a chat now, later, whenever, next week, and we can get you started straight away. So same sort of like gentle sale through that strategy. But if you don't really talk to that person Monday, Wednesday, if you haven't called them the week before, you'll find when it comes to like the sale, it's like out of nowhere. Hey, you came for 3 sessions. Do you want to keep going? Whereas if you've sort of somewhat been able to build that relationship with them, it becomes a bit of a softer sell.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I mean, you got 3 out of, you said 8 people came down?
Yep.
So you got 3 out of 8, so almost 50%, right? So what was how was your approach with those people?
Well, I got pretty lucky because 2 of them were keen to do it just because what they'd heard from people.
Yeah.
One of them actually almost signed up for the 12-week challenge, so they knew what was involved and that sort of thing. So they were
as in the 12 weeks from the 6 weeks earlier, or
yeah.
Nice.
And then one had come along, and I'd sort of spoken to her. She sort of came off and on, and I'd spoken to her a couple of weeks earlier, and she was like, I think I might quit the gym and come and do this. I might just come 2 or 3 times a week. And she knew that I was still offering the $12 sessions one-off.
Yeah.
I said, happy for you to do that, but I want you to know before you sign up, I'm actually going to stop doing those, and I'm going to stop doing just week to week. It's going to be you're in the challenge or you're not.
Yeah.
And I said, you're thinking about coming 3 times a week, then you might as well do the challenge. It's only a few dollars extra, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I sort of already had done that a few weeks before. And the other one, I did do that follow-up, because I do that all the time, and follow up after the first session. And then and she's quite a big girl, and she really needed it. And at the end of the week, I just had a bit of a chat to her, and it didn't sound like she sort of thought like she couldn't afford it, and I thought she was going to go away and not do it. But I apparently one thing I said to her, like, how much are you worth? Like, and that sold it to her when she thought about that over the weekend. I actually sent an email out to all the open week leads saying, hey, some of you came, some of you didn't. Just want to offer you this free Zoom consult. We can do it over Zoom. You don't have to sign up with me as long as you go away with some sort of plan of action to reach your goals. And she booked for that, and then that was did it over the Zoom.
That's another great idea. You're full of really good ideas, Stu. It's good.
You're on fire, Stuart. This is awesome.
Because that's another great idea, because again, it's that opportunity to have the chats with people, like whether it be the Zoom chat, whether it be like a phone chat, without actually having to like get them down there. Like it's good.
And I said, look, if you're a good fit for the group, obviously I'm going to have a chat about how I can help you and what that's going to look like. But at the end of the day, as long as you go away with some sort of plan for getting where you want to go, that's all I'm basically. So
yeah, it's a really genuine approach because like when we're here, we're talking a lot about getting clients and making money and getting the business and all that sort of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I think all of us are the same sort of thing. You get into this not because you want to make sales, but because you want to work with people and help people and create connections with people. And it's still important not to lose that message, when you're it's important not to like lose that message of wanting to help people and wanting to sort of connect with people, even though, like we know that we're in a sales game. We know that we've got to sell ourselves, we've got to sell our business because that's the nature of the beast sort of thing, right? So
another great idea I came up with in that email, at the bottom I just said, P.S. If you did come and you enjoyed the week, I'd love for you to leave a Facebook review if you think it deserved it. And I got a couple of reviews out of that too. So
nice.
Right.
Yeah, always good. Yeah. So with Facebook reviews and stuff like that, you need to ask for them because people will not give them to you, well, typically, but you ask for them. And if you ask them early on like that, like even after, like I think a good process could be, after, like at the end of your challenge, even, like say, hey guys, we're, about to start when, last week of the challenge, if you've enjoyed it, guys, I'm going to share with you our, like the Facebook page, the link on the page. Please leave a review, share it with your friends. Like sort of like trying to capitalize on those people as best as possible. In that sort of format. I think again, you're not going to get everyone to do it, but if you can, like if you sort of have that set at the last week of your program where it's, like next week's going to be week 1, like come and check it out, share with us. It's best for you, best for me. Nice. That's a good idea as well. Nice work. Anything else your end, Loretta?
No, that's about it for me. And that's really, I've got a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Thanks. So that's really good. In terms of Bring a Friend Week, it's good.
Stu?
No.
Beautiful.
No.
Well, we've got this week. I've got to confirm it today. We've got Danielle from AxeFit.
Nice.
She's coming on Thursday. It's going to be 10 a.m. Thursday. Is that all right? Jono, I think Jono's going to do it because I'm running a webinar like that at 11, so I don't think I'll have time to do both. But just because of the time zones and stuff with Canada, 10 a.m. was sort of the best time it could work on her end as well. But I'll see if I can. No good at 10.
I'll watch the recording. That's all good.
Yeah, I'll see if I can push. I'll see what I've got to reach out to her again today. But I'll see if I can push her an hour later because I think 10 a.m. is about 8 or 9 her time. So so I'll see if I can push her or not. Yeah. So that'll be a good one because she's she's big on like the community and her retention and all that sort of stuff. So she's an interesting one to hear from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm listening to Jono's podcast with her at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Her videos are fantastic, and you do see in the videos the same people, so you can see that she's obviously had them in the group quite a while. So excellent.
And as I said, I'm going to try and reschedule Jake and a couple of others, but we should get them through. Might try and do them on an evening if I can to see whether Pete can get in there as well, and Nikki might be better. But yeah, apart from that, let me just have a look what we've got on. It's Bring a Friend Week this week, so I think next week we're talking like some offline strategies, which could be interesting. With your marketing background, it'd be interesting to hear what some of the offline strategies you might have used in your background there, Loretta, as well. So, but that's for next week. So we'll see how we go on that one. But yeah, cool. Apart from that, guys, I think that's it for today. Anything else? No last questions?
All good.
All right. Sounds good, guys. All right. Well, I'll be in touch about Thursday. At this day, as I said, last time I spoke to it was 10 a.m., but we'll see whether we can rejig it a little bit. And yeah, thanks for being here again, guys, and we'll see you Thursday.
Thanks for your time, Travis.
All right. See you guys.
Stuart, thank you.
Yeah. See you later. See you.
Bye.